How's it going, everybody? It is iVisual. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle versus Mira over here in the Ubers tier. So, she just leads off with the Yveltal as I lead off with Cloyster. Cloyster could maybe scare out Yveltal with Icicle Spear, so I would advise to maybe not want to stay in, possibly. But if they do have taunts, maybe they can stop a Shell Smash. So, just goes for the Dark Pulse, as unfortunately I get flinched with there, so nice 20% chance. I went for T-Spikes right there. This Cloyster is Shell Smash, Rapid Spin, Liquidation, and Toxic Spikes, which helps out this team a lot, especially with the Zygarde set I'm using. So, no T-Spikes for me, I guess, today, as I just go into my Primal Groudon, and Primal Groudon will hopefully get some Stealth Rocks up. If the Yveltal did go for a Taunt, though, I'd probably just want to go for a Stone Edge instead of Stealth Rocks, because I just don't want to get taunted, I guess, and it was just waste a turn for the Yveltal. Unfortunately, though, crits me right there, that Dark Pulse, and I was like, well, goodbye, Primal Groudon. Even though I think I get two-shotted either way, most likely, so I don't think the crit really mattered, to be honest. At least I got my Stealth Rocks up. That's really all of that mattered for me. So now I bring in Zygarde over here, hoping that the Yveltal doesn't have, like, Toxic or Taunt. I'm pretty sure the Yveltal is probably, like, Scarf. Could have even been Specs as well, to be honest, because I don't know, Yveltal is just so dang strong. But yeah, they switch out into Primal Groudon into my Zygarde, which is an interesting switch. Either you have Roar and you expect me to be like Coil or Dragon Dance, or you just want to Toxic me, something like that. I just went for Protect just to scout to see if they do have Toxic, and they do, so I was like, okay, nice. I have Substitute on the Zygarde, and since my Zygarde works really well with the T-Spikes, unfortunately, I don't have that. You can really just rack up a lot of damage up on so many Pokemon into the Ubers tier with the T-Spikes up, and you just substitute, protect, you DD, and you just keep on rinsing and repeating that cycle, to be honest. So they actually decided to go for the Stealth Rocks right there after revealing Toxic, and I was like, please don't have Roar. That's pretty much what I was hoping for, and then I just keep Dragon Dancing up to the point where, yeah, where I want to knock out everything in one shot. They do have Arceus, which could potentially take a hit from a +5 Zygarde, so I kind of want to get +6, to be honest. If they are like, I don't know, Arceus Ground or Arceus Fairy. I'm not too sure what the Arceus is, though, but usually that's like a dedicated switch to Zygarde most of the time with their Ice Beam, Arceus Ground, or Arceus Fairy. So I just DD up a bunch as Yveltal came in and I guess tries to scare me out or even knock me out. But honestly, this Zygarde will take hits from Yveltal since I guess just locks himself into Oblivion Wing, potentially. And I just keep Dragon Dancing up to the point where I want to get to +6, actually. Since I am Power Construct, since that is Ubers, I should be able to pretty much take on this Yveltal, hopefully, and get to +6. That is the plan for me. I do want to go for a little bit of Chip Protects over here to get a little bit more leftovers, though. That is the plan. Always got to get that nice chip, as it could come in handy later on. And I'm kind of hoping that this Yveltal does put me in range for Power Construct, so I can just be so much more bulkier and regain some HP as well. So the Yveltal does put me in range, and I'm like, yes, 100% Zygarde is in. And time to sense the presence of many. And yeah, we're Dragon Danced all the way up. 1,000 Arrows is looking nice and clean. That is the only attacking move we have. No Grass type on the other side of the field. And yeah, it's looking pretty nice, unless that's Arceus Grass, and that kind of sucks. Or maybe Arceus Bug. That would be like the only problem. So I DD up again because I know I could take anything Yveltal wants to go for. He actually switches out into Marshadow right there. But Marshadow is not going to be able to take a +6,000 Arrows, so down goes the Marshadow. And yeah, that is pretty much going to be like I said, if they don't have Arceus Bug or any type of Arceus that can resist a ground move, they're in a heap of trouble. So in comes Mega Mewtwo Y, and this thing has barely any defense, and yeah, the thing is just going to get one-shotted as well, so goodbye, Mega Mewtwo Y. And yeah, unfortunately I didn't get the T-Spike up, but I guess I didn't really need it. Like, I really thought that I was in the back by getting Cloyster flinched, and then my Arceus Ground got critted. I mean, not Arceus Ground, Primal Ground got critted. But yeah, it was pretty actually in my favor for this game, as Zygarde kind of just DD up, and he turned out to be Arceus Flying, so that's why he didn't bring it in against my Zygarde, so that makes sense now. And yeah, Zygarde just kind of one-shots everything, and he just forfeits right there. So pretty much GG to Mira, as I did not expect Zygarde to do that, but hey, I mean, Zygarde is just such a bulky monster, and yeah, I actually just wanted to try and maybe use Mega Mewtwo or Rayquaza and go from there, because I'm using a Focus Sash Rayquaza and I'm using a Mega Mewtwo. So next up we have versus Trez. He has a Houndoom. I guess he's just trying out Ubers for the first time. I'm not too sure. I play a lot of people in the Ubers tier, and this is just the games I got with this team, because I just try to pile up all the teams, all the battles with this team together. So lead off with Cloyster as usual, as they lead off with Dialga, and yeah, I just want to try and get a T-Spike up, as Dialga might just try and get some Stealth Rocks up. That's usually what they are when they lead off. Maybe a Shuka Berry Dialga, something like that. Could even be like maybe Choice Specs, or even Zemu I've seen. I don't see Dialga too much though. So actually packs the Toxic and puts me on a timer, maybe expecting me to Shell Smash up and then maybe wants to like Flash Cannon me, or maybe even Draco Meteor me, because sometimes Dialga might not have Flash Cannon, sometimes not even Draco Meteor. But yeah, it goes for the Stealth Rocks. I get both my T-Spikes up, and now I go for the Rapid Spin and get rid of that Stealth Rocks. You're not allowed to have those, and mainly because I have Focus Sash Rayquaza. That is just why I really do not want Adders up at all. And now I'm going to Primal Groudon, and Primal Groudon will hopefully scare out Dialga by the Blades. It should, at least. I mean, unless it's Shuka Berry, obviously, because they could probably live that and maybe drop a Draco on me. But Groudon will live it, so that's why I went for Stealth Rocks right there, maybe on the off chance they switch. But Dialga did not, and goes for a Toxic and puts me on a timer as well. So I guess that's totally fine. I mean, I could just go for the Blades, maybe to get it to it. KO Dialga is not going to be, if it is going to be Shuka Berry. And it does turn out to be the Berry right there, as I kind of expected, and it does live the Blades, and it is going to go for actually a Draco Meteor and miss. So I'm so grateful that I did not get Stealth Rocks up, as now I can keep my Focus Sash on Rayquaza. I was really scared about that. So now I don't miss my Blades, as down goes Dialga. And that's pretty unfortunate, missing the Draco Meteor. I probably would have lived it, but I probably would get knocked out the next turn as Kingdra comes in. Kingdra maybe would go for whatever it has. Actually goes for a Waterfall right there, and that is not going to work in Desolate Land, because water moves don't work in Desolate Land. So you can tell my opponent has not played a lot of Ubers, but that's fine, since I just want to show this battle because Rayquaza does some good work. So in comes Rhyperior, and we're just going to go for Blades and try and knock that Rhyperior out. But Rhyperior is actually so dang bulky with Solid Rock, it lives right there and Earthquakes and knocks me out. And then I bring in Rayquaza, and Rhyperior is I think going to live because of the Toxic. Damage is only 6% first turn. Yeah. And Rayquaza, I actually want to just Dragon Dance up, since I have a Focus Sash and I should be able to live anything, so that's why I Dragon Dance up. And I think Rhyperior might go down to the next Toxic damage as well. It goes for Dragon Rush and misses, so that's pretty interesting. You don't see Dragon Rush from Rhyperior ever, but I would not advise to run that. Maybe like an Ice Punch could be good for Rhyperior. So then comes Naganadel. I'm just going to knock this boy out with a Dragon Ascent, and yeah, down goes Naganadel. I mean, Dragon Dance up Adamant Rayquaza looks like a threat with Focus Sash, because it's just going to claim lives. As their Aura is here, and I don't have Earthquake, I have V-Create. V-Create I think is a lot better with Rayquaza, since you can just like plow through some Steel types, and I mean, it's just a high base power move. It's really nice, and it looks cool too. So down goes their Aura, and the last Pokemon is Houndoom, and it actually carries a funny move on it, and it's Destiny Bond, and I guess it turns out to be maybe even Choice Scarf Houndoom, because it outsped my Rayquaza, so that's pretty funny. I'm not even too sure how fast Houndoom is. I didn't even expect it to be that fast. I think it is pretty fast. So, Choice Scarf, Houndoom with Destiny Bond gets to knock out Rayquaza right there, but at least I win the game. So that was pretty funny. I don't know. I thought that was like an interesting game, even though you could tell he didn't play too much Ubers, because he didn't know Desolate Land and like nullifies water moves in Kingdra. And just looking at his team, Houndoom and Kingdra or Rhyperior, they're not really Ubermons, but like I said, I just try to upload a bunch of games with this team. So next up we have versus Daniel, and Daniel looks to be carrying a similar team that I just played, but he has Xerneas and Magearna. So I was thinking Zygarde could put in a lot of work if I can get a T-Spike up, looking at his team, and hopefully maybe Xerneas would be the Defogger and not the Yveltal, so that Xerneas, usually when they're Defog, might be Scarf or Specs, usually Scarf. and they can just be locked into defog, and that gives me opportunities to try and set up. So I lead off Cloyster as he leads off of Yveltal. Unfortunately has a taunt right there, so I was like, dang it, no T-Spikes today. I can never get these dang T-Spikes up with Cloyster on a real Ubers team. So goes for a Dark Pulse and flinches me, so I don't even get a little bit of chip of Liquidation. Unfortunate right there, and down goes Cloyster. Now I always think, like, I don't know, Yveltal should be scared out by Icicle Spear. I'm not too sure why they're not. I mean, yeah, maybe Yveltal could live it, but it wouldn't appreciate 5 hits from Icicle Spear. Let's just be honest by that. So anyways, I bring in Primal Groudon as I know this thing has taunts, so I'm not going to go for Stealth Rocks. And Yveltal just goes for a Toxic. It just puts me on a timer. Maybe an off chance I'm like specially defensive Groudon. It could be a lot better since I could take hits from Yveltal. I just go for the Stone Edge. And turns out Yveltal is going to be Leftovers, so pretty nice. Keeping that longevity on Yveltal. Taunt, Toxic, Dark Pulse, and then the Roost is going to be the set of Yveltal. So, oh my god, this is going to be an annoying set. This literally counter-teamed me in my leads. Like, Cloyster and, like, most of my leads just benefit so well just trying to not get taunted. But Yveltal kind of just puts a stop on that. So, I actually got my rocks up right there, which is actually pretty nice. I guess expecting me to maybe want to attack again with Stone Edge, but I felt like since you already showed taunt, maybe you would expect me to not go for the Stealth Rocks right there. Or even expect me to not even carry Stealth Rocks in Primal Groudon, since maybe you would think I'm a Dual Dance set. Even though if I was a Dual Dance set, you'd probably want to taunt me. So anyways, Primal Groudon goes down right there, and I think you even flinched me right there as well, so that kind of sucks. So now I bring in Mega Mewtwo, 2 flinches down, we're alright. I can still maybe pull through this game as Mega Mewtwo Y has insane special defense, and I go for the Calm Mind, running a little bit of HP on this Mega Mewtwo as well. We do have Recover to, recover some HP as I get, hopefully, enough Calm Minds up, as I do take over half from that Calm Mind, but I'm confident I could take another Dark Pulse with the 2 Calm Minds up, and I would live on a Sliver. But I would go for the Recover, and I should be taking another Dark Pulse, but unfortunately I get critical hitted right there, so I'm like, well, alrighty then. This is just not one of those games where I cannot do anything, just keep getting hacks, but hey, that's Pokemon for you. So now I go into my Necrozma and Ultra Necrozma Calm Mind with Dragon Pulse. It's a special attacking set, which is pretty dope, honestly. It allows me to live with Dark Pulse, to be honest, but I kind of wish I was like Dragonium Z, but you can't do that with Ultra Necrozma, so you can only run, I think, Ultra Necrozma Z and Photon Geyser, I'm pretty sure. So I have to go for the +1 Dragon Pulse, and that only does half to Yveltal since Yveltal is so dang bulky, and then just knocks me out with the Dark Pulse. But I needed that chip, to be honest, on the Yveltal, as it lets me put it in range of maybe a Dragon Ascent from Rayquaza or something like that. So now I bring in Rayquaza. I might as well try and go for Dragon Dance, but nope, they go for Taunt, and does not allow me to go for a Dragon Dance. So I'm like, well, I tried. It's going to break my Focus Sash as well with Dark Pulse. I'm just going to hope that it doesn't flinch me and just like put my entire team down into dirt. At least it doesn't do over half, which is pretty dope. So, seems to be a very bulky Yveltal, obviously from the Stone Edge damage too. So, go for Dragon Ascent, down goes the Yveltal. It's not living at Adamant Dragon Ascent. And then in comes Necrozma, and Necrozma is just going to Ultra Burst and knock me out. And Ultra Necrozma should be able to not one-shot my Zygarde, since Zygarde is actually running a little bit HP. Also, maybe special attacking Photon Geyser, maybe. It could knock out Zygarde. But my plan here is to hopefully get 100% Zygarde, Dragon Dance all the way up, and maybe live hits. So here comes the Necrozma Z, Ultra Necrozma Z move. And this is pretty much a nuclear bomb. And yeah, usually this thing just like one-shots everything. But as you guys will see here, Light That Burns the Sky is not going to actually knock out to my Zygarde, and I go for the Dragon Dance. Now, I could have probably should have went for Protect over here, and just like took no damage from it. That might have been the better play, but at the same time, maybe they Swords Dance up on my Protect, but they wouldn't know on Protect. But luckily, Zygarde does live it. And at the same time, I do want to just get my 100% Zygarde, because I do gain a lot of HP, and I get a lot more bulkier as well, so... And I do want to be faster with that Dragon Dance. So I get the 100% right here. And when there's a Zygarde, there's a way. So hopefully I can come back with this thing. Because you guys saw Zygarde swept an entire team earlier. Like the first game of this video. So I go for Protect, just get some more Leftovers chip as they go for Photon Geyser. And now I'm just going to go for another Dragon Dance, as I want to just get as much attack and speed as possible to just hopefully one-shot everything. on Daniel's team. They just go for the Photon Geyser, and that seems to be able to two-shot me. And now I'm like, alright, I gotta go for Protect and get some more Leftovers chip, and that's hopefully gonna be my best play, as if I just attack it, Necrozma will live, and if I just Dragon Dance and they go for Photon Geyser, they will knock me out. So I gotta try and be out of range from another Photon Geyser. But they just go for the Swords Dance right there, predicting the Protect, and that is gonna be it, because Zygarde cannot knock out Necrozma at +2 attack, even though I'm adamant. Maybe it's a roll, but yeah, that's unfortunate, because +2 is gonna knock me out. With that critical hit, that definitely mattered. I keep my eyes on you, Necrozma. That would have knocked me out. Yep. Well, that was an unfortunate game, but yeah, that's Pokemon for you. So the last game we got is versus Elias, and he has a Serperior and an Incineroar, so that's interesting. I guess he wanted to use his favorite Pokemon in the Uber tier, but then he has a bunch of other threats like Kyurem Whites and Primal Groudon, so at least he has some good Pokemon on there. And then he just leads off with Necrozma, as I lead off with Cloyster, and you know what Cloyster wants to do. I want to try and get those T-Spikes up. So he gets his Stealth Rocks up right there as they get a T-Spike up, so at least he has some good moves on his Necrozma as well. I'm guessing this is going to be like specially defensive Necrozma, as it's pretty nice for Xerneas and stuff like that, and with Morning Sun as well. It does over half, which is unfortunate, but I do got that Rapid Spin, and I get rid of his Stealth Rocks right there, so no Stealth Rocks today. I'm just going to keep spamming Rapid Spin, to be honest. But he just, I guess, decides to knock me out, because he probably knows that I'm just going to keep spamming Rapid Spin. I have more PP than Stealth Rocks, so that's what I'll do. And I'm tripping away at your Necrozma as well, so... now I'm going to my Groudon, and Groudon will hopefully maybe scare out this thing. Usually they do with Blades. They don't want to take it, and then I just get my Stealth Rocks up. But I don't know, these guys just like to stay on Groudon. A lot of people like to stay on Groudon, but this guy doesn't. He realizes Groudon will demolish him, but he actually goes in his Groudon. So I was like, oh, well, that's not a switching, because you're still weak to Blades, and you could just like lose your Groudon over here. But okay. Maybe he really did expect me to go for Stealth Rocks, and then maybe he's a fast Groudon and he's going to knock me out, which is actually kind of scary. But at the same time, I'm like, you're probably Dual Lance Groudon, so I'd rather just stay in and try and knock you out, because I don't want you to do setup. But actually, I'll speed him and I knock him out, so I was like, oh, okay then. Maybe it was a slow dual dance Groudon, something like that. Because his rocker is Necrozma, so I'm pretty sure the Groudon is going to be offensive. So he brings a Necrozma. I just knocked that guy out with the Blades. So yeah, Primal Groudon just doing what it does best in Ubers, just blading everything. In comes the Kyurem, and Kyurem should be able to outspeed me easily. I'm not too sure. They usually are choice specs, and that could do some big boy damage, maybe even just knock me out. But it turns out to be Z move, and it's Dragonium Z. And I was like, okay, I should get blown back by this, I'm pretty sure, right? Right? Maybe. Potentially, I don't know. I feel like I should be, because Kyurem White has insane special attack. What is it, like 170 or something like that? But nope, I live on 11 HP. I'm like, wow, that is insane. Primal Groudon, you're a boss. I did not expect that. And I go for the Stone Edge and knock out the Kyurem White, so that's pretty dope for me. But now in comes Serperior, and it has Contrary, and it should be able to get +2 with that Leaf Storm, picking off my Primal Groudon, so I guess it's not the worst for him, as he gets his +2 Serperior. But at the same time, I got like my Focus Sash Rayquaza in the back, and I can just easily live a hit and Dragon Ascent. But if he has Glare, that could be a problem, because he could hope for some Para-Haxes, as Serperior likes to do a lot in the OU tier versus like every Mon. But he just goes for the Dragon Pulse, so yeah, I should be able to live that and just go for a Dragon Dance. And I mean, I just was really confident, even if he was like Scarf Superior, but he's not, he's Leftovers, so even if he was, like, I'll take a +2 or +4 Leaf Storm, because I'm Rayquaza, and he can't switch up moves either way. So +1 will not outspeed the Superior and knock it out with the Dragon Ascent, and down it goes. So +1 Rayquaza looks to be a threat versus the rest of his team, as in comes Incineroar, and unfortunately Shiny Incineroar, I do believe, does have the Intimidate, and it's going to lower my attack, and that might be able to live a Dragon Ascent. So I just go for the Dragon Ascent on Incineroar. I don't have Earthquake, and Incineroar does live that Dragon Ascent from a neutral hit, and it does have that Pinch Berry, so it gets back to full, what is this, a VGC battle, and then knocks me out, knockoff right there. So good old Incineroar, living a hit from Rayquaza. But at least I do have my Zygarde in the back, and Zygarde will come in and just knock it out with 1,000 arrows. But Incineroar, actually I go for Dragon Dance first, because I do want to outspeed everything on his team. And then he knocks me off and gets rid of my Leftovers. which is totally fine. I mean, I just need a +1 attack and +1 speed. So I knock out Incineroar with 1,000 arrows, and his last Pokemon should be knocked out as well with 1,000 arrows. Like, he should not be able to live that at all. Like, Naganadel, unless it's Choice Scarf Draco Meteor, I should be good to go. And if it's Focus Sash, we break that Focus Sash. So knock him out with the 1,000 arrows, and that is going to be game versus Elias. So yeah, we got, I guess, 2 games that had, like, I guess, real Uber tiers, and then 2 games with some weird Pokemon on the teams. But hey, at least they had some other, like, Uber Pokemon, like Naganadel, Primal Groudon. It's just Trez didn't know a little too much about Ubers like Desolate Land, but I just wanted to show it off because Rayquaza, and I don't really get to use Rayquaza too much. And I just wanted to show that Hacks battle because I don't know, I thought that would be pretty funny, to be honest. Like, I got hacked a lot right there. That could have been a lot different game if I didn't get hacked, but oh well. So yeah, that's going to be it for the Wi-Fi battles. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Do your thing. And I guess a common question of the day is, I don't know, what is your favorite Hoenn legendary? Or I guess the trio, maybe. The weather trio. Groudon, Rayquaza, or Kyogre. Leave it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, peace.